Well, you got what you wanted, everybody. Deandre Ayton now is a Phoenix Sun. For good? I have no idea, honestly. Today, this is actually just gonna be me right now. What's been going on with Deandre Ayton is crazy. It's been something I've actually never seen with professional sports. This whole leakage of everything that's been happening beforehand, where he's gonna be re-signed, Kevin Durant, the trade, all of that. It's just crazy. It's been crazy. It's nuts. I'm actually really exhausted right now, and I still just want to do a quick pod. It'll just be me. It'll be a jam session short, but I just want to go over this because of breaking news that DeAndre Ayton is now a Phoenix Sun. Well, we'll see. I have no idea. I honestly don't know for sure what is going to happen, but just wanted to say hi to the Jamsters. It's been a long time. It's been a while. It's been a couple weeks. This guy right here is a Phoenix Sun. Like I said, I think we got what we wanted. I'm not sure, but we'll talk about it a little bit in the comments. I'll just go over what I feel is the best for the Phoenix Suns currently. But right now, that's the number one thing was to bring back DA. It seemed like for the Phoenix Suns fans on Twitter. So, got what you wanted. I do have a beer. I'm gonna pop one open because I am exhausted, slobbering all over myself. My face is shiny, everything. So let's go and pop this open, dudes. And it just spilled all over me. Way to cap this day off. Thank you very much. And let's get this pod started. And let me actually do that again. I don't know, because I love that. So fucking loud. And DeAndre Ayton is a Phoenix Sun. So let me go ahead and drop this thing because it'll be sticking around for a little bit.
Ayton watch.
All right, once again, it's just going to be me, a little quick jam session short, but I wanted to go over what was released just a moments ago from Shams Charania, where he did say DeAndre Ayton did sign earlier, but then also the Suns didn't match and sign. I don't know for how much or what's really going on. So if you guys can let me know if you see anything on Twitter, I do have Twitter open right now. So it'll be a little bit different of a short. It's not going to be just a reaction. It's going to be kind of just going with the flow and seeing what's going on in the news with the Phoenix Suns. Because this is crazy. Like I said earlier, this is nuts because a lot of stuff has been going on. And when I'm working during the day, I'm on Twitter most of the day too. Like I just have it open. But it's constant back and forth, whether we should have DA, whether we're going to lose a generational talent, someone that will be an all-star in the future. Who really effing knows what's going on? A lot of people are calling out James Jones. So it's crazy. It's nuts. And if you have any questions or what your thoughts are right now, what's going on, please let me know in the chat. We'll bring it up. But really quick, Thomas Dennett, thanks, $2. Happy to get the Jams response. Yeah, it's been a while. It has been a while. It's been a rough month for both John and I. But it's good to be back. It's good to be talking about the Phoenix Suns and DeAndre Ayton because he's the one thing that we never get tired of talking about. So earlier today, actually, I was going to go over where John Gamandora did release a statement. I don't know how much we really believe in what he's saying, what he's releasing, but he did talk about how the Suns will do anything this year. He released a tweet. This tweet did say Suns are committed to doing whatever it takes to win a championship. And if that includes paying a hefty luxury tax of 60, 70 plus million if they feel they need to do that. So the first step in that is really for me, and I could be wrong about all of this. I don't know. I don't know if I got the numbers right or we will know the numbers tonight or tomorrow, but the Suns is signed. But I think the first thing that when he's talking about going over luxury, it's re-signing Ayton and of course maybe getting KD in a trade still. Maybe that might be an option. I know Flex did say today where this might not be it's not going to be an obstacle for the Suns to get Kevin Durant. But of course, the regular media is going to talk about, they're going to say that the Suns don't have an opportunity really now, probably, and that, the Miami Heat are there. I don't know if the Raptors are in conversation, but the Miami Heat are still there too. But I still think that what we did with DeAndre Ayton, man, bringing him back, love, hate, whatever you want to talk about, it's crazy what has happened with this guy over the past 4 years in his early Suns career. Because there's been a lot of ups and downs with him. He's been on the trade block the last 2 years. Last year confirmed by Flex that they were entertaining a trade with Sabonis. And at first it's like, yeah, maybe we could have got him because I didn't know if we're going to re-sign him or not. So a lot of people thought he might walk, but it doesn't look like he's going to walk. It looks like he's going to be a Phoenix Sun. So I was actually thinking that, oh man, I was thinking that, if this doesn't work out to where Indiana does take DeAndre Ayton and then the Suns are left with nothing, then that's just going to be complete chaos. The next thing to fall off would be, of course, the Kevin Durant trade doesn't work out. That that would have been a disaster, right? We would have all been fans of a different team but for me, I always thought I can trust James Jones. I know the whole Jalen Smith thing. I think that might suck because Torrey Craig came back, wasn't the same player. He'll still be with us next year, so maybe that pans out next year. But with Jalen Smith being gone, with the Indiana Pacers. Now the Suns have matching Indiana Pacers, and that usually always happens with these things where a team will reach out and try to match or they'll throw their offer out there, and then hopefully the other team doesn't match, but the other team usually does. And in this case, it was the Phoenix Suns. And I did not want to see Jalen Smith and DeAndre Ayton on that team. It's just because you think about the future. You think about the future of the Phoenix Suns and the future of those two players, and especially DeAndre Ayton, you don't want him to pan out to be something great that we let loose. That would have sucked. That would have been absolutely devastating for this franchise. But I was writing notes for this little short, and I'll probably do like maybe 5 more minutes just to really get my thoughts, because I'm sure as soon as I'm done, and Jamsters, I will read your comments to see what else is going on. Just let me know. Big bold caps, because I can't multitask. I was just talking about DA. Like, do we want him back? There's something weird with him and the organization. People see him in a different way. Indiana's the only team that really wanted him, right? Were there other teams? I don't think so. It was just Indiana. So there's always something weird with him. There's something weird where he just was never thought of like to be a number 1 or number 2 in this organization, obviously, right? He wasn't offered the money right away. He's always been on the trade block. Whether or not you want to believe it, 2 years ago, I was one that wanted to trade him because I thought we could do better. Then in the playoffs hit last year, he was amazing, right? So this year he did good. He improved a little bit, not drastically. In the playoffs, he didn't really show up all the time. It wasn't consistent. So then you hear about the news where he might have been traded for Sabonis. Who knows? And now it's just like we might have let him walk. So I was thinking, like, with DA, I don't know what to really think. I mean, I'm happy he's back. I mean, Jamsters, are you happy? Are you happy about this? I mean, I'm happy he's back. It's a lot of money, of course, that they're going to match. And I just want this organization to be okay. I want DA and Coach Monty and James Jones, whatever happened at the end of last year, I want them just to come out and talk about it. I want them to talk about how bad my little beard looks. And I want them to talk about like this organization and that they believe in each other, that they can back each other up, and that this whole thing going forward is going to be okay. And I think it will. Now, the next step is if Kevin Durant's going to be here. I don't, Suns are not going to sign and trade DeAndre, and that's what I keep hearing. Then I keep hearing that they will. So the everything's just kind of going crazy right now still, even with DA signing. I think that DA has an opportunity to be something big here. So I'm excited for him to be back. I am, but I still want Kevin Durant, because if you're going to go up against the West now, let's just talk about them being healthy. If they want to, if the West is healthy with the Clippers, with the Warriors, with the Lakers, and we always talk about with the health, you're going to need someone like Kevin Durant. You're going to need someone like that to be on this team next year to help Chris Paul and Devin Booker, to push them over the edge. That's what you need. If they run it back again, you have to count on a big improvement for these guys, these role players, to make a big impact in the playoffs. And we saw last year it just did not work out. So honestly, when I was seeing, and a shout out to @so says Jay, he did mention like, oh, we're getting DeAndre and KD. He did call that out earlier. And that's what I was thinking too. I'm like, is there a way where we can get both these guys on the team, go over the salary cap, pay the luxury, then let next year Chris Paul kind of he falls off? That would be nice. It'd be nice. It'd be something that's crazy. And I was thinking, like, wouldn't all the tickets, everything that we sell with Kevin Durant being here, all the money that we make from Kevin Durant being here would make up for what the luxury tax would be? I mean, of course, it's a lot of money, but bringing KD here and having DeAndre Ayton blossom and hopefully a super or an all-star next year, when we will have 4 all-stars with Kevin Durant, that's something that's going to bring a lot of money to Phoenix. So do it for 1 year. See what happens. All right. Because in order to compete in my eyes, and I'm ditching every time I do these pods, I always have a ton of Deandre Ayton notes. And I'm just not even going to look at him now because he's back. And I was going to say some things, and they weren't bad things. It was just kind of like, I don't know what to think of this guy still. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for him to be back just to see him improve, but we have to get Kevin Durant still. So that's like my final statement. We'll see what happens. We'll do another short, I'm sure. Maybe John and I will do something this weekend to where we recap this stuff. We recap what happened. I'm sure Saturday or Sunday, there might be more breaking news about Kevin Durant. But until then, I really wanted a beer, so that's why I did a pod. I really wanted a beer, and it tastes great. And it's good to be back, Jamsters. I know I didn't read any of your comments, but yeah, Fabio, I'll go over a few. Yeah, Lakers healthy. I know that's always a thing. Who knows? But I'm prepping for if these teams are healthy in the West. And I don't think the Suns had a chance against the Warriors last year, even if they were to beat the Mavericks, obviously, right? And I don't want to say we need Kevin Durant to beat Luka Doncic, which I don't think that's a real thing. So, yeah, just let's go. We're excited. It's one more thing about Ayton, and not one more thing. There's gonna be million of things we're gonna be talking about with Ayton. It's just I don't I don't know. This is the weirdest player. Not saying like he's a weird guy. I'm saying like this is just the weirdest experience with any player I've been a fan of. You know, in love, hate, whatever I've been through, whatever we've been through with him, it's just a strange experience. And we just have to trust James Jones that knows what he's doing. If he doesn't, then here we are again, Suns fans. We're gonna be a team which is DeAndre, no Kevin Durant. But you know what? Would that be disappointing? For me, yes. Yeah, because I want the championship next year. Our window is very short. We need him. And I didn't want to give up DA and I don't want to give up Mikhail. But if DA had to go, then he had to go for Kevin Durant. But right now we got KD, and I don't know. No good says, would you include Mikhail in a trade for Durant? That's tough. If we keep Ayton, which we are, seems like, then yeah. And we can't. Yeah, this is one thing too. If we have Ayton and KD, yes, Mikhail can go, and I think Ayton would. He might blossom into something that's good, but who knows, dude? I love Mikhail, but that would just suck if he left. But if we have Kevin Durant, we have DeAndre Ayton, I'm okay with that. And then Fabio does says in the chat, we can't trade DA until January. I know, but doesn't that suck? It's like you re-sign and then the team's going to want to trade you again. So, I mean, if there's going to be a trade, it's going to have to wait till then. So I think re-signing him, he's here for good. That's what I would think. That's just awkward. If he's going to be traded again, I don't know how he even plays for this team next year. Maybe he sits. Who knows? But I don't think that's the way it's going to go. I hope not. I hope not, man. Oh, excuse me. Burping up some beer over here. So, anyways, this is just a short, and it's already been 3 minutes too long. And hopefully, John and I bring you an awesome podcast this weekend. Get ready for the season. It's been a crazy off season already, and I'll see you guys later. It was a good checking in for just a little bit. All right, toodles.